I'm very disillusioned with coding at the moment. I feel like coding isn't at all valuable right now. Because, you see people saying like, you vibe code an app to 50K a month. And like, that's ridiculous on so many damn levels. On so many damn, like, it's so stupid. I don't understand how people really think that's going to be the case. And just think about the competition that you have. Beforehand, you were competing with people that can code. But now ChatGPT can code. And so, by extension, anybody that can use ChatGPT can code. And anybody can just tell ChatGPT to, like, just do something. And it's going to, probably. So, like, a person that has a little bit more wisdom and patience than you is going to outcompete you even if you're good at coding. Like, there's no money to be made in coding. There's no money to be made in ChatGPT wrappers. There's no money to be made in any of that. Anywhere. I use Filipino kids as a frame of reference. So anything that a Filipino kid can do is not going to be worth it, because like you just have a Filipino kid do it at that point for nothing, for no money or little to no money. So really, you shouldn't be spending more than like 10 minutes coding, or just hire a Filipino kid to do it. And right now, economically speaking, there is no advantage that you have over a Filipino kid. Or like, just think about Korean cracked kids, Chinese super cracked kids. There is little to no point in learning how to code. There's little to no point in coding at all. So I think that you should steer away from doing anything that these kids can do, because eventually they're going to outcompete you. If not on quality, they're just going to pump out more quantity. And if not on that, they're just going to be much cheaper. So really, there is no competition there. There is no lines of code that can make you rich right now. There's no way you can compete with tech giants because they have crazy distribution. And even if you look at VCs, they're investing in crypto scams, ChatGPT wrappers, and that's it. That's pretty much it. There's nothing that's making money. If you give money to people, they're just going to spend it on more ads, content. Oh, well, thank you for your funding. We're just going to spend it on content creators that are going to promote it. That's all there is. There's nothing to spend money on. Nothing. There's no advancements. There's no progress. There's nothing. So, I don't think you should be coding. ChatGPT can code. Kids in India can code. Kids in Japan. Kids in Vietnam. Kids in Mongolia. Can you believe it? Imagine like spending your days coding and then a kid in Mongolia has done more than you. Can you believe that? So simply the coding ecosystem, it was put on a pedestal for a long time simply because it was probably not intelligible to a lot of people who also happen to be like earning less than coders. So it felt like this alchemical kind of magic thing where people just make money off. But it's really not the case anymore. Right now you have competition from all sides. There's simply no way you're going to compete with all of these people. And if not on quality, they're going to beat you on price. So that's that. And people are like, yeah, just build a SaaS, bro. Just build a SaaS. What kind of SaaS are you meant to build? What kind of SaaS? Who pays for software anymore? I don't think anybody's going to pay for software in like 5 years. This is one of the reasons I'm kind of short on Adobe. I don't like Adobe as a company. It's a fucking disgusting company. They have very unfair policies to their customers. Their software is also expensive. And on top of that, you can just get it pirated for free. But now you don't even need to pirate it. You can just tell ChatGPT to build a clone of it. And soon enough, it's going to be able to do so. And at that point, who is going to pay for Photoshop? Who is going to pay for Premiere? Who is going to pay for software anymore? And so software breaks down into this much more let's call it non-monolithic kind of thing, where everybody has their own software and they can just change it around. It's going to be a great time for open source, I guess. And unless you really like doing it, unless you really like open source, there is no money in coding. There is no money in tech. The only place where money is crypto. So, just go ahead and scam people out of their money. Or another thing that I don't understand is Web3. Like Web3 is just a smokescreen. It feels like one of those lies that you tell to venture capitalists, and they just give you money because you're saying difficult words. That's kind of what Web3 is in a nutshell. So again, right now, kids in Mongolia are going to probably outcompete you on almost any and everything that regards coding. So don't code. I personally spend at max 10 minutes of my day coding. It's simply not worth it. And rug pulling with crypto is a much better idea, or just do something in the real world. Buy some weapons, get strong, go to the gym, learn how to fight. This is going to be much more useful. Or if you're going to code, if you have to code, go into cybersecurity. That's the thing. That's where the money is. That's where people are needed, because if you just think about it, now that everybody can code, everybody can attack. Everybody can attack, servers and all that kind of stuff. So if you understand the structures, the whole software ecosystem behind the scenes, and if you learn how to keep it safe from external threats, that's going to be, just think of it like this. Beforehand, one person in a million had a gun, but now it went up tenfold. Actually, let's say it went up 100-fold. Now 100 person in a million have a gun. So every time you go out, there is much more chance that you get attacked. And so cybersecurity, to me, right now, is so much more worth it as a career field than anything else. Pretty much anything else is useless. You wouldn't trust a Mongolian kid in cybersecurity. So cybersecurity is the way, man. Cybersecurity is probably the most important thing that you can do right now. Anyway, don't code.